This is the 8-foot high AquaDam that came back from Stockton, California. It is severely damaged, and we're going to, we've blown it up with air, looked at it, seen lots of holes, and so now we're going to pull the inside tube out. Come over here and point at that. See all those holes in there?
Bigger hole.
Yeah, somebody took a chain and tried to pull on it, and multiple holes in the inside material. Now we're going to pull it all the way out. See, a chain did that right there.
Oh, yeah.
No way to patch that. So that's why we're pulling this internal liner out, because it's not patchable. There's the whole 2 inside sleeves pulled out. Gonna blow up this tube that I just took out and take a better picture of the holes. We've got one blower going on this side, and of course here's the other end of this big long tube. This is a knife wound. You can tell because of the straight lines and the material's not stretched. So that's a knife wound. Somebody intentionally stuck a knife in the end of the AquaDam. Somebody's got to go inside
and patch
and tell me what's in there.
What's in
These are old patches right here. They're still on there good. There's a patch there. There's a patch there. But they work fine. This right here has just recently been put into the side of the tube from the last use. And it all looks pretty good until you get back to here, and then we have some other large holes. Right there. Here you can see how multiple holes here. Got a finger sticking out from the inside. And there you go, put a mark around that. Okay, let's go to the next one. There you can see the fingers out through the holes, multiple holes. Apparently they used a chain here when taking it out to get these type of holes in it.
Okay, we got more down here.
Here's part of the holes on the outside material. You can see them here. And I don't know why they used a chain, but apparently they used a chain on it. A strap wouldn't have done that, I don't believe. This is a 16-foot high by 250-foot long AquaDam that was in Stockton, California, being returned. Unrolling the AquaDam. Well, this is the AquaDam blown up. We're going to pull on it to stretch it out a little bit more, but the outside layer is severely damaged. Multiple holes, and not just in one location. We don't believe we can do anything about this, but there's holes on all sides all the way around. These are holes down here, holes here, this right here was a big long tear from going over something sharp. There's a hole right up there. This was the closed end. The other end's the open end where we started filling from. Now to get this bag out here, because we couldn't pull from this end, it means we had to open it up because of the way they wanted us to pull it out, which they pulled out. And it wasn't where we intended it to be pulled out, which was up the boat ramp. That's what they were told before they committed to renting an AquaDam. Of course, they didn't do what they said. More? Go ahead, Mike. Good. Perfect, guys. You moved it a bunch. Here's the bottom seam. Goes along the side, so it's rolled over on itself when they pulled it out. Here's a big old slit in it. Ripped apart there. Here's a hole. You got a hole here, a hole there, a hole here. Hole there. Now there's 6 layers of this outside material, so we're hoping only the first 2 layers. They're sewed together here, have the holes in it, and we're gonna try and salvage everything else. So hole, holes, all this is holes, and it happened when they pulled it up, and they pulled it up over a bunch of sharp concrete, jagged riprap on the bank, and this is where these holes came from. Now, of course, we pointed out that they couldn't pull it up there before we rented them the AquaDam. When we had a on-site visit before the installation date. Looks pretty good all through here. Looks pretty good on this side. But here's where we start running into trouble. Look at this hole. And this is this has been ripped here. And all this got a big hole slit right there. So, and these are fill tubes. From here on are fill tubes. Of course, those tubes go the length of the AquaDam. Go around, look on the other side. Here, I think I've already showed you this hole. Doesn't look like the inside bag in here is damaged. So we're gonna get to it and decide what we're gonna do here, but we got to determine just how many holes, where they're at, and it looks like the outside layer shot. Just too many. Well, we've decided that the outside piece has to go, and then we can see if the other 4 layers of the outside material is good, but this one's got too many holes in it to patch.
Rick, I didn't know you were in that good a shape. I didn't either. All right.
Look out, Craig! There's a hole through, you feel there?
No.
So that didn't go into the inside tube, but it went through the 4 remaining outside material. Well, we're inside here looking at the inside material, why it won't pump up with air, and it's got a big long slit from the end of the AquaDam all the way down to approximately here. And so we're going to pull both of the inside tubes out and reevaluate. This hole is about 65 feet from the end, and that goes through all the way into the inside tubes, and they really can't be patched. Not in call it worthy dam. So I'm not sure what we're going to do, but I'll keep you posted. We've let the air out of the AquaDam. This one here goes all the way through. This is, now we're walking on the top of the AquaDam. We've flipped it over, and here we go again with holes. Now it looks like it's just through 2 plies. That's just through 1 ply. Not bad shape. Here, this inside tube's completely split open here for about 150 feet. Well, that explains why it wouldn't roll up. So, this tube is shot. This is the outside 2 good layers that were on the inside, and we were rolling that up. I've always showed you most of the holes. Definitely reusable. Got 20 feet left to go. You can see that we've marked all the little circles, means there's the holes. And here's the inside tubes that came out of that. And we're going to be working on them in a minute. But first, we have to deal with the outside layer that we had to cut off there. And now we're going to look and see what condition it's in. There you can see the end. This is half of the outside material, and the other half needs to be folded over the top of it. But you can see the end, how ripped up it is. That's because we pulled it out from the wrong end, because they wouldn't do it from the end that was specified before we ever contracted out to provide an AquaDam. It had to go up the boat ramp to save it. And of course, since it was pulled from the wrong end, we had to cut this end open. Otherwise the water wouldn't come out. But here's holes, 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 holes. This is just a huge hole. Yep. Yep. We got one right here. And now we have one all the way across over to this side. Uh-huh.
2 layers.
2 layers. 2 layers.
This is so thin you can break that.
It's been stretched. Yep. Another 2 holes here. And it looks pretty good until we get all the way down here to the other end. And we have holes right here. Now we're gonna fold it over and do the other side. And there's holes here. So we don't know what to make this dam in, this material into. It's got too many holes and they don't line up with each other, so we just can't cut it in one place and make another dam out of it. I don't know what the outcome of it is. It's going to be ended up cutting up into collars, something that's real short so we can get some use out of it. So we got a good huge area of good material, maybe 40 feet long, and then we come to this. And of course there's nothing I can do about that. And then we have another one here, which I've already pointed out. Now my battery went dead, so in the meantime they folded the outside material in half over the top of itself. Got a big hole here, big hole there. You can see the big holes over there. One's there. That's one. That's a huge hole over there. Right here on this side is a huge hole. There's a hole. And there's a hole, huge rip right there. Big hole right here. hole, huge rip out, and then we come to the end of the dam. So it's pretty, the bottom half down here is pretty well shot. It's going to end up being ground tarp. Matter of fact, I can't do anything with this. I'm just kidding myself. So I think the whole thing's going into ground tarp. Sorry about that, but that's the way it goes. Well, we're pulling the inside tubes over the top of the outside bag here. It's supposed to rain tonight and it'll wash off some of this mud. So that's the update. We're pulling this into place and then we're going to blow it up with air and assess what's going on. This is where the two tubes come together. Here's one side, here's the other side. There's a small panel in between 6 inches wide. Well, on the last frame I was wrong. This is not the shroud. This whole piece here is the shroud, and it goes underneath. There's a couple more feet. Here it is. And this part here is the shroud. It's about 6-8 foot wide shroud that connects the two tubes. So we've decided one side was savable, so we're cutting off the one side tube. We're going to trash that, but the other side looks usable, plus the curtain that holds the two tubes together. So basically we got half of the inside saved at this point. Well, we've pulled out the inside of the one inside tube. Here it is laid out. We had to cut it in two, couldn't pull it. And again, because it's got holes in it, so this isn't reusable, it's dunnage from now on. This is the inside tube blown up, one that isn't damaged, except for one hole 20 feet from the end up here is the only one I can find so far. Now we're going to go inside and look from the inside out. Oh, the place right there, Seth.
You have a 5-gallon bucket of muddy sand right here.
There's about a 5-gallon bucket of muddy sand right here on the inside. That was evidently pumped into it. Right here on the inside we have a 2.5 foot hole.
And then you have...
Probably created by this one here getting snagged on something. How that would be, I don't know. It should have been protected by the outside material.
And you have 3 other little holes about 6 feet back from that one.
Well, now we've got 2 holes right in this area too. One 6 inches, one's a foot long.
And then there's 2 more up here that are about 3 inches.
Then we got 2 more up on top about 3 inches. Well, we found holes on the inside all the way down this, how we, small holes, but how that can be I don't know, but there they are. So we have to reline this one with another piece of inside material to make it watertight. 5-gallon bucket of sand they scooped up from inside there. of sand that was probably pumped in. This was the fill in